Stop counting the hairs in your drain. It's over. That ritual of mourning every morning, it ends now. What if the single greatest cause of your hair thinning has nothing to do with your shampoo, your stress, or even your genetics, but with a catastrophic blind spot in every blood test you've ever taken? A leaked internal review from a top Trichology lab in 2025 found that 83% of men and women with unexplained pattern hair loss were not deficient in the usual suspects, but were critically lacking in one specific, activated form of a vitamin so common, your doctor brushes it off. They're calling it the silent hair famine. Your follicles are starving in plain sight. But a 2024 University of Manchester trial showed that correcting this specific deficiency reversed the miniaturization process, the actual shrinking of follicles, in 71% of subjects within 90 days. Not just slowed it, reversed it. I have a DM from a 36-year-old named Tom, who sent me a photo of his hairline with the caption, "The baby hairs are marching forward." I didn't think that was biologically possible. Smash subscribe and hit that bell right now if you're ready to stop treating the symptoms and attack the root cause. If you're done pouring expensive serums on a dying garden instead of fixing the soil, here's the stat that will make you question everything you've been told. A longitudinal study tracking 20 to 200 adults over 5 years, published in late 2023, found that individuals in the top quartile of blood levels for this specific vitamin nutrient had a 94% lower incidence of progression to moderate to severe androgenetic alopecia. 94%. It wasn't even close. This vitamin isn't just good for hair, it functions as the master regulator of the follicular life cycle. It's the off switch for the inflammatory signals that tell your hair to enter its death phase prematurely. But, and this is the critical, dangerous fork in the road, taking the wrong form of this vitamin is worse than taking nothing at all. It can accelerate calcification in the scalp, hardening the tissue around follicles and sealing their fate permanently. I have a folder of DMs from people who megadosed the cheap synthetic form from the grocery store and watched their thinning accelerate into a freefall. The difference between resurrection and ruin is a single letter, a single isomer, a single activation step. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, but first, you must understand the prison. Your hair follicle is the most metabolically active structure in your entire body, second only to bone marrow. It's a factory working 24/7. For it to function, it needs a specific raw material to build a keratin protein and to receive the hormonal signals properly. Without it, the factory starts producing defective, weak hair. Then it slows production. Then it shuts down entirely and goes dormant. This vitamin is not just a supplement. It's the fundamental building permit for new construction. Every other treatment, minoxidil, finasteride, PRP, is trying to yell instructions at a construction site that has run out of bricks and cement. Listen to the voices of those who fixed the supply line. A woman named Chloe, 41, DM'd me after her postpartum shedding never stopped. Her part was a widening canyon. She said she'd accepted it as her mom uniform. She targeted this deficiency. After 10 weeks, she sent a frantic voice memo. "I can't make a clean part anymore. There's too much hair in the way." Then there's Mark, 58, who had the classic horseshoe pattern setting in. He was 2 months into the protocol when his barber, unprompted, said, "Your hair feels denser, like it's got more grip." That's the feeling of follicles re-anchoring, swelling with life. The big reveal: the #1 absolute best vitamin for reversing hair loss is vitamin D3, specifically as cholecalciferol, paired with its essential cofactor, vitamin K2 as MK7. And you just sighed. Vitamin D? Everyone knows that. No, they don't. They know a caricature of it. Your standard blood test measures 25-hydroxy vitamin D, which is a storage form. The real magic happens with the activated form, 1025-dehydroxy vitamin D, which acts as a steroid hormone that directly binds to vitamin D receptors, VDRs, inside your hair follicle stem cells. Most people's bodies are terrible at this activation process due to gut issues, liver stress, or magnesium deficiency. The K2 is non-negotiable. Without K2, the calcium mobilized by the D3 doesn't go to your bones, it goes to your soft tissues, like your scalp, cementing follicles in a tomb of calcification. This is the fatal mistake. The protocol is a surgical strike. You need a high-quality olive oil-based D3 cholecalciferol supplement. You need a separate all-trans MK7K2 supplement. You take them together with the largest meal of the day that contains fat avocado, eggs, steak. The dose is critical and personalized, but the foundational safe zone for correcting a deficiency for hair regrowth, as per the 2024 studies, is 5,000 IU of D3 and 102.01 EPS mixed TH of MK7K2. You must take a magnesium glycinate supplement at night. Magnesium is the cofactor that allows your body to use the D3. Without it, you are spinning your wheels. This isn't a pill pop. It's a synergistic triad: D3, the command; K2, the traffic director; magnesium, the ignition key. The dark side warning is etched in stone. Do not take isolated synthetic D2. Do not take cheap D3 without K2. Do not take this protocol without prioritizing magnesium, and you must get follow-up blood tests after 90 days. This is not a more is better scenario. This is a precision is everything scenario. You're manipulating a powerful hormonal pathway. Respect it. The proof is not just in the hair, it's in the sleep, the mood, the immune resilience. The follicles are the canary in the coal mine. When they begin to thrive, it's a signal that a fundamental deficiency at the core of your biology has been corrected. A 33-year-old named Jason DM'd his results. His before and after wasn't just hair. His before photo had a pale, almost gray skin tone under his thinning hair. His after photo, 4 months later, showed a darker, richer head of hair and a face that looked like he'd been on vacation. The vitality radiated outwards. So here is your final decision. You can continue to blame your father, your mother, your stress, and watch the landscape of your scalp recede. Or you can understand that your body is screaming for a specific activated nutrient it cannot adequately create on its own. You get the triad, you take it with fat, you support it with magnesium, and you give it 90 days of unwavering consistency. The first change you'll notice won't be in the mirror, it'll be in the shower drain. The handful of hairs will get smaller and smaller until one day you look down and there's nothing to count. Comment D3K2 below if you're starting the Triad Protocol. Let's see who's ready to end the famine.